the Cover My Six Foundation of Des Moines, Iowa. So with that, Ben Fox and Grant Talese are going to come up and join me on the stage. All right. So Grant and Ben, it's my honor on behalf of the Home for Heroes Foundation to present you guys with this grant for $10,000 for Cover My Six. All right, and with that, Ben, you ready to talk a little bit about what Cover My Six does?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. I'll turn it over to you.
Alrighty. So Cover My Six, we started in 2014, and it was a process to get started to begin with. So we didn't really kick things off until 2017. But the Army did a lot for me and my wife. We're both military. I retired actually last year, but not everybody comes out of the military and is successful in life, right? There's a lot of things that can happen to you, can change your outlook on life and kind of that path that you go down. So the reason I started this is I wanted to, that crack. I wanted to fill that crack as much as possible. Live in Iowa, wanted to support Iowa the best way that I could. And so this is kind of what we came across. And I don't know if everybody knows what Cover My Six means. It's watching your back, right? So watching your partner's backs. So that our logo is supporting Iowans who have served, we've got your back. So that's kind of the basis on what we do. Green button. There we go. Thank you. So currently we have 9 board members. Obviously we're looking to grow. We are all volunteers. So we all have jobs. We all have families. We do the best that we can. It keeps us smaller, unfortunately, but we are trying to grow in a lot of different ways, with growing in how many veterans know about us and with partnerships with businesses and things like that to help with our funding. So the funding that we do, we have some corporate partnerships that we work with that help us with a lot of our funding. We do grant applications, and then our biggest income is our annual golf outing. It's a really fun event. We do some neat things. So like this right here is the team that has the worst score. We call it the most honest score. We give a box of MREs. But again, obviously, everybody that comes and participates in our golf event is a huge impact on what we can do, so we like to thank them as well. So last year, we don't have the kind of numbers that you guys have, but we had over 75 requests for financial assistance last year, with over 40 veterans served, covering over $30,000 in expenses. So the reason why we've only did 40 out of 75, it's not that we couldn't necessarily assist them. We have partnered with other organizations as well, and maybe another organization might fit them better. So we are a lot of times contacting them with other people that can maybe assist them, or or sometimes we find a way out of that situation where they don't necessarily need assistance. So we do more than just financially assist. Sometimes we have to partner with other people as well. But we do everything that we can to help every veteran that does come to us. Our cases really vary, right? So we've had to, a homeless individual that actually got a job as for an electrical company. but he couldn't start until he got his birth certificate. He didn't have the money to get a copy of his birth certificate, so we were able to pay for him to get his birth certificate so that he could start this job and be able to provide for himself. We had an individual that needed support for his service dog. The training, he couldn't afford the training. He had gotten a new dog, but needed it to get the training. So we were able to pay for that. We do a lot of mortgage assistance, utility bills, rent, things like that. And then I'll talk about it here in a little bit, but one of our really impactful cases was a roof replacement recently. Here is a particular case where was no financial assistance on our end. It was a gentleman that was moving, but he was disabled and he could not move everything in his house. So he put in a request to see if we had volunteers. We were able to get a group of volunteers together and move everything out for him and move into his new house. And when we got him into his new house, it needed a lot of yard work. They didn't maintain that. So we had our volunteers do a lot of yard work while we were at his new house as well. So to make it, a little bit more presentable. This case right here, this is that roof replacement that I was just talking about. So Mr. Prawl right there is a veteran. And so I don't know if everybody knows what a derecho is, but we had a derecho that came through Iowa. Essentially what it is it's an inland hurricane. So we had winds over 80 miles an hour come through. Obviously, did a lot of damage throughout the entire state of Iowa, tore roofs off houses, things like that. Mr. Prawl here lived on a fixed income with his wife. Insurance approved his roof to be replaced, but he had a $1,000 deductible. No way of being able to pay for that $1,000. He thought he wasn't getting a new roof. Fortunately enough, the company that gave him the estimate was a veteran-owned company. A friend of mine works for the company, reached out to me and said, "Hey, can you guys help?" I said, "Absolutely." We surprised Mr. Prawl. He had no idea he was getting a roof, was in tears that day because of the things that we were able to do. Sorry, I get emotional. The last thing I want to talk about is, so with this whole grant process, right, this was a new experience for us. Voting, obviously, first thing I thought was, when I saw the other two, I was like, man, we are by far the smallest community that we're competing against. This is going to be difficult. So we went on the local news station, we got on local radio stations. We just tried to spread the word as much as possible. And so for everybody here that does not have an organization that you work with, partner with somebody, because the things that came out of this voting process, being on the news, being on the radio, we had multiple donations come through our website after being on those. We've been able to get other opportunities, like Abby stole my thunder earlier. So many other opportunities that have come from just doing the voting process of this. It's been huge for our organization. It's helping us grow, which is one of the things that we are absolutely trying to do. And so it's been amazing. It's been fun. And I want to thank all of you guys, Homes for Heroes, all of you, for the opportunity to win this grant, to help support us in what we do for veterans in the state of Iowa. So thank you very much.
Grants from the Homes for Heroes Foundation are made possible by the Homes for Heroes Circle of Giving and its network of real estate professionals who are committed to providing savings to hero groups such as firefighters, EMS, law enforcement, military, active and veterans, healthcare professionals, and teachers. Thank you for watching another Homes for Heroes Foundation grant video about the impact we are making in the hero community with our nonprofit partners. Don't forget to subscribe to the Homes for Heroes YouTube channel. And to learn more about the savings available to heroes through Homes for Heroes, or to learn more about how the Homes for Heroes Foundation is helping heroes in dire need, visit homesforheroes.com.